I don't know if you guys caught the most recent interview with Erika Kirk and Jesse Waters, but in it she says, I don't believe in coincidences. Well, you know what, babe? Me neither. So we need to talk about some things. So if you guys want to hear my working theory about how Erika Kirk, whether she was involved or wasn't involved, is turning tragedy into power in the midterms, stick around. Okay, so quick recap. Let's go back to 10 September, UVU, right? We all know what happens 20 minutes into Charlie's speech. Allegedly, Tyler Robinson climbs up, does the thing. Okay. Now, the reason that I find that suspect is in all of the events leading up to what happened to Charlie, right? There was pretty heavy security. And guys, you can go back, look at UC Riverside, the Missouri Arts Center, Auburn University. Pretty standard issue, right? Between 2,000 and 4,000 people at these events. Drones, bag limits or no bag protocols, period. Guards, canine sweeps, the whole nine, okay? But suddenly at the UVU event, we ratchet back security. We don't have canine sweeps, we don't have drones, no tickets, no bag checks, no metal detectors. And I find that particularly suspect because apparently just 2 days before this event, Erika and Charlie were so worried about their family that they called a priest over to their house, right? And he prayed over the family because there had been supposedly some writer at some outlet called Jezebel who had hired a witch on Etsy to put a curse on Charlie. All right. So they were so worried about their family's safety that they called a priest over to pray over him. Some people might call that last rites. But then the security at the event itself was ratcheted back. Okay. Now, this would have been hard to see at the time because it's all just coming to light now. But guys, you can go look this up, okay? There are tons of people. There are memo leaks, this, that, and the other, where people are saying that basically Erika was causing problems at TPUSA before Charlie's unaliving, right? That like basically the way it sounds is that she was sort of advocating for power, that, you know, she basically wasn't this little stay-at-home wallflower wifey image that was being painted. That wasn't what was happening. She was basically like Charlie's handler, or she had a lot more to do with the going on of TPUSA. So of course it comes as no great surprise that she suddenly ascends to the throne just a few days after her husband's unaliving. But this is the part that really has me twisted, okay? So this is a woman who got up there at his Super Bowl memorial and said, you know, I forgive him. Okay, so she forgives him. But she wants cameras in the courtroom, which I'm going to circle back to in a second. All right. And mind you, they're pushing for the death penalty. And she said that basically she wants the Justice Department to decide his fate. Okay. But let's be honest. In a capital murder case, she has a fair amount of sway about whether or not they pursue that charge. Now, if you watched her interview, she said she's never seen the footage, and she was basically pleading with people saying, you know, y'all need to be careful about what you put online because I don't want my children to grow up and see this stuff. Okay, that's fair enough. As a mom, I get that. But then also riddle me this, Batman. Then why are you pushing for cameras in the courtroom? Because then every single moment and every single detail of his unaliving, all of the evidence, all of the gory details will all be memorialized, right, on YouTube and a bajillion other channels for all to see, including her own children as they grow up. And she's saying she wants people to see true evil. And baby, look in the mirror. But here's the thing for me. You guys have to understand, because it's a capital murder case, right? The discovery is going to take longer, all right? And then also because of the request for the cameras to be in the courtroom, that's going to delay things a little bit. And then when do you think that this trial is going to hit the airwaves? Well, let me help anybody, okay? It's going to be a 3 to 6 month Super Bowl before the midterms. So think about it. If the cameras are allowed inside the courtroom, guys, that's every day. All day long. TPUSA commentary all damn day long, and commentary running all night evaluating what happened that day. All right. And it should not be lost on anybody that after Charlie Kirk's unaliving, TPUSA's growth, its membership exploded nationwide, and that her donations and everything ticked up exponentially, even after her interview with Jesse Waters. So I'm sorry, but I can't help but see that this, whatever, I mean, look, whether she was involved or wasn't, that's for, you know, somebody else to figure out. All right. But I will say this. She is absolutely weaponizing this for the gain of the GOP, because obviously, look, you know, the GOP we just mopped the freaking floor with them during these elections here a few days ago. And I think that this plan goes much further back than that. But my point is, obviously, this is a good way to get pity voters out, right? People come out, they become incensed. They go, oh yeah, I want to go support the GOP, which by extension is TPUSA, which by extension is Erika Kirk. And go vote, right? Because they're walking into an ugly, ugly, ugly midterm season, but this could be a way to soften the landing for GOP candidates. And honest to God, no matter which way you cut the deck, they win, right? If they get cameras, it's a 6-month long Super Bowl right before the midterms, okay? And if they don't, then they'll cry foul and say that it's a cover up. So either way that you cut the deck, it's a win for TPUSA, it's a win for Erika Kirk, and potentially that gets translated into a win for the GOP in the 2026 midterms. I'm not saying that the GOP is going to win in the 2026 midterms. I sincerely doubt that they will, but I'm saying that this is going to be leveraged as a weapon to get voters to the polls. I've always found her behavior suspect. I always thought, realistically, I've always believed that she was involved in this. Everything back from like how her and Charlie met, the whole story doesn't make sense to me. But when she pushed for cameras in the courtroom and she's talking about let them see the face of evil, I was like, oh, this lady, you're good. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Y'all let me know what you think. I don't buy it.